Why do we keep slipping back to our old self when we've worked so hard? Let me describe a moment that you might know. You've done the inner work, the podcasts, the books, the workshops. You've changed. You're proud of the woman you've become. And then one ordinary Tuesday, you catch yourself doing the old thing. The overgiving, the people pleasing, shrinking, saying yes when you mean to say no. And this brings on a wave of shame, sometimes guilt. I thought I was past this. Why am I back here again? The frustration is real. If that's you, I need you to hear this. You have not failed. You are exactly where change actually happens. We have this fantasy, and I've been in this fantasy, that transformation is a single permanent event. One big breakthrough, and you're a new person forever. So the first time we slip back into the old pattern, we read it as proof that change, that it wasn't real, or that it wasn't for me. We might even say to ourselves, see, I'm still the same. It didn't work. But that's not how humans change. Your old patterns are deep, well-worn grooves in your brain, built over decades, usually designed to keep you safe and loved. They don't disappear because you had one insight. Under stress, under tiredness, that's a big trigger for me. Under pressure, another big trigger for me. You default to the old grooves in your brain. That's not weakness. It's a nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. So here's the reframe that changes everything. Transformation isn't a breakthrough you have once. It's a returning to your self-practice many times. The new you doesn't hold because you never slip. It holds because you keep coming back to yourself and you build a stronger groove going to a new you, faster, with more kindness each time you practice it. And this is the part I really want you to take in. The moment you slip back, that's not the failure. The failure would be abandoning yourself in that slip with shame and guilt, because shame and guilt keeps you stuck in the old patterns way longer. The whole practice of coming home is learning to catch yourself gently without beating yourself up, and to simply return back into yourself, back to your body. Not as a perfect version of you, because none of us have that. She does not exist. None of us are perfect. That is the human experience. So we're going to find some joy in that. So how do you hold yourself there when the pullback comes? So I've developed 3 moves. First, notice it without shame. The second you catch the old pattern, go, there I go, overgiving again, people pleasing again, and drop the judgment. There's no that what's wrong with me. It's just, there it is, that old pattern. Noticing without shame, that is what breaks the loop. So second, exhale longer than the inhale. Start thinking from your heart space. Move from your thinking mind into your heart and choose again. The exhale regulates as well. One breath brings you back into your body and out of autopilot. And in that breath, you get to ask, what do I want to choose here? And then choose it, even if it's just a little bit of what it is that you want. Third, soften the return. You will not stop slipping. The growth isn't and never failing. It's how fast you come back to your own body, to yourself. So at first it takes you 3 weeks to notice that you've slipped. Then it might take you 3 days. Then it might take you 3 minutes. One day you'll catch it mid-sentence, mid-feeling. That shrinking gap is observing yourself. That is the transformation. So stop waiting to arrive at some finished, fixed version of yourself who never struggles. Because she doesn't exist. Not for any of us. What exists is a woman who keeps choosing herself, who keeps returning, and is kind to herself on the way. That is the real arrival. So if you slipped back this week and felt that shame, guilt maybe, and a critic, imposter, just let it go. You're not starting over. You're one more return stronger. Meet yourself there with the same kindness you would a dear friend. and take one deep breath, exhale, and come home again. And here's a sentence I leave you with. I don't have to hold it perfectly. I only have to keep coming home. And if returning is easier with company, that's exactly what my free Facebook community is for. It's called Exhale. It's a place to come home to yourself again and again with like-minded women who are on the same journey, to feel safe, to be seen and heard. So come be with us. There's a link below. I can't wait to see you there.